Hello everyone, I'm Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English channel. In our today's video, we'll be understanding what actually is the Kisan credit card and why is Kisan credit card in news. So let me give you the context of our today's discussion. Now, 2 days before, the Union Cabinet headed by Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi, they approved the continuation of the interest subvention component under a central sector scheme known as Modified Interest Subvention Scheme. And government uses this Modified Interest Subvention Scheme to provide loans at an affordable interest rates to farmers who take loan under the Kisan credit card. Now, this is basically an interest subvention, which means there is a discount on the interest that the farmers need to pay for the loans which they take under Kisan credit card scheme. But before understanding how this modified interest subvention scheme works, we need to understand what is Kisan credit card, how are loans provided under it, then only you'll understand the modified interest subvention scheme. Okay, so first let us start our today's discussion by understanding what is Kisan credit card. Now, whenever government brings a scheme, it wants to deal with certain challenges. And India, what farmers, the biggest challenge that they face is that they were unable to take credit from the formal financial institutions like banks and NBFCs. And rather than that, farmers were depending on informal sources of credit like local money lenders. But these local money lenders, they charge a lot of interest on the loans that they give to the farmers, right? So government at the time of Prime Ministership of Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, or when Yashwant Sinha was the Finance Minister of India, they brought this Kisan credit card, and the objective of bringing this Kisan credit card was to provide adequate and timely loans or credit to farmers in India. And the benefit that the farmers get out of Kisan credit card, that they can get a loan under single window for maximum of a 1 year period, and with the benefits of interest subvention and prompt repayment incentive. What are these interest subvention and prompt repayment incentive? I will tell you. The most important part about this loan that you need to remember, that you are getting this loan for a short-term tenure, that is for maximum of 1 year time period, right? And the loans, these are extended to different categories of farmers. First, it can be extended to individual farmers, joint borrowers who are owner cultivators. That means they have their own land and they are cultivating crops on that land. Similarly, only recently, government extended these loans also to farmers who are engaged in allied agricultural activities. What are allied agricultural activities who can get benefit for Kisan credit card? These are farmers who are involved in animal husbandry, dairying, and even fisheries. Similarly, tenant farmers, oral lessees, sharecroppers, they are also eligible to get loans under Kisan credit card, and self-help groups and joint liability groups of owner cultivators and even tenant farmers and sharecroppers, they are also eligible to get loans under the Kisan credit card. So this basically was the eligibility criteria of which farmers are eligible to get loans under Kisan credit card. Now let us understand for what purpose can the farmers can get loans under Kisan credit card. I told you this Kisan credit card provides loans to farmers for less than 1 year time period, which means it is a short-term credit requirement. So automatically you can eliminate any of those loans that are taken for longer duration for purchasing of farm assets like tractors, like combine harvesters, or for conducting or constructing of farm storages. Those are long-term activities and that requires a large amount of money. On the other hand, farmers also have some kind of short-term credit requirements. These can be cultivation or post-harvest expenses. Suppose if you're growing potato, and to cultivate those potato, you require service of laborers, right? So to pay those laborers, you can also get loans under Kisan credit card, and you need to transport those potatoes from your farmland to nearest APMC mandis. So for transportation also, you can get loans under the Kisan credit card scheme. Similarly, farmers, they also require money for marketing purposes. Suppose if you go to an APMC mandi and if you want to sell your potatoes, but at that time when you're going to APMC mandi, the prices of potatoes are quite low in the market. So farmer, they would not want to sell their potatoes for a less amount of money because it might lead to less profit, or even in some cases that farmers might have to incur a loss. So then farmers decide to store these potato at a cold storage. So to pay for cold storage fees, etc., here also the loans from Kisan credit card can be used by farmers. Also, farmers have various consumption requirements. Suppose if a farmer's son or a daughter needs to go to a school or a college, so to pay for fees of their education, farmers can use the loans. Similarly, for health requirements also, farmers can use the loan. Or suppose a farmer has a daughter and he wants to get his daughter married. So for expenses of those personal requirements also, or consumption requirements also, the loans under KCC are eligible or available to farmers. Similarly, farmers have large kind of a different kind of equipments with them which they utilize to produce crops, like tractors, like combine harvesters. Similarly, farmers also have pumps which they use to irrigate their fields. So to maintain those assets, suppose if those equipments go bad, they require services of a repairman. They might require some kind of spare parts also that needs to be changed. So for those kind of maintenance activities of their farm assets, they can also get loans under Kisan credit card. Similarly, farmers, if they need to invest in different kind of agricultural allied activities, like suppose if a farmer is growing potato and he's not happy and he decides to purchase few cows, from that he can earn money through by selling the milk, right? So to purchase those cows also, you can use the money from KCC. To construct a cow shed also, you can use the money from KCC. And all of these activities, these are covered under short-term credit requirements, right? So farmers can get loans for these kind of activities. Understood? With examples, I hope I've made it clear to you guys, right? Now let us understand how this modified interest subvention scheme works. Okay. Now initially I told you that farmers, when they get loans under Kisan credit card, government wants to make these loans affordable. So how government makes these loans affordable? They discount the interest rates that are charged by the financial institutions to the farmers. That is why government says that in case if you take loans under Kisan credit card, we will provide you interest subvention, which is a form of interest discount of 1.5% to the bank, so that the loans are available at a lesser interest cost. And the loans under the modified interest subvention scheme, farmers can take loans up to 3 lakh rupees and they will be required only to pay 7% of interest per annum, which includes this interest subvention or an interest discount of 1.5%. Additionally, to make loans more sweeter and to allow farmers to repay the loans back in adequate time, government saying that if you pay the loans before the deadline day, we will provide you an additional interest subvention or a discount of a 3%, which effectively means if farmers take the loans under Kisan credit card and they repay those loan back before the deadline date, they are only required to pay 4% of interest, which includes both of these discounts for prompt repayment. Now what you need to understand, I told you here that even people who are involved in allied agricultural activities, they are eligible to get loans under Kisan credit card. But here's a difference here. I told you farmers who are cultivating the crops, they can get loans up till 3 lakh rupees on which these kind of interest subventions are applicable, but not for farmers who are undertaking allied activities. For them, the benefits under these interest subvention are only applicable for loans up to 2 lakhs. So this is the difference that you need to remember. For normal farmers, it is 3 lakh rupees, and for animal husbandry and allied activity farmers, they can get interest subvention and prompt repayment incentive for loans up to 2 lakh rupees. Understood? Now let us understand what is the significance or what is the benefit of providing this Kisan credit card. Now, first of all, the biggest problem with the farmers was that they were not able to get loans from formal institutions. Now, this has been made easy through Kisan credit card, and therefore now 7.75 crore farmers, they have Kisan credit card with them, which provides them affordable institutional credit which they can utilize in their agricultural activities. And therefore, we have seen with this Kisan credit card, it has transformed the agricultural credit system, which has increased manifold from 4.26 lakh crore in 2014. Now it extends loans up till 10.05 lakh crore rupees, and total agricultural credit in India has reached almost 25.5 lakh crore in the last financial year. Also, to make the subvention, interest subvention part easy and transparent, government has created a separate portal known as Kisan Rin portal, which enhances transparency and streamlines the subsidy claims done by banks and farmers, etc. And an important announcement was made by Madam Finance Minister in this year's budget, that was budget 25-26. Madam Finance Minister highlighted that government is planning to increase the loan limit under the modified interest subvention scheme from 3 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees. But what you need to understand, that this has been proposed, that government has said that we will actually increase, but this has not been implemented right now. So even today, as we speak, the loan amount that the farmers are expected to get under Kisan Credit Card remains 3 lakhs for normal farmers, and for allied activity farmers, they can get loans until 2 lakh rupees, for which they are eligible to get interest subvention. Understood? I hope you do not have any doubt. So before ending up my today's session, I'll want every one of you to solve this PYQ which appeared in the Prelims 2020. Under the Kisan Credit Card scheme, short-term credit support is given to farmers for which of the following purposes? You are required to give the correct answer in the comment section, and the ones who answer it correctly, I will give your comment a thumbs up, so you'll realize that you have answered it correctly. And if you want to download the notes that I've used to tell you this Kisan Credit Card, you can go to my Telegram channel ATS Live by searching on the top right hand corner of your Telegram app. Enter the word ATS Live, you'll find the channel. And if for some reason you still are able to find the channel, scan this QR code, you will definitely find the channel. Subscribe to it if you still haven't, and download the notes that will be made available few minutes after the session ends. Okay, so this is all from my side for today. We'll see each other again. Please have a very good day.